had a gallbladder surgery and it hurts really bad. They are amazing people that really truly care about taking care of patients. I've never met so many people that come together like we do on a movie set to make you healthy. So yeah, this vlog is gonna be a little different. I've been traveling, I've been working on a lot of production, so I haven't really had much energy and time to create a lot of content, but I had the great chance and opportunity to sit down with the guys at Craft Show and talk about modern cinema and modern movie making and documentary style production. So enjoy vlog number 2 and enjoy the interview with the guys at Craft Show. Hire them, they're awesome. Peace out. What's up, Drew?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, man.
What's up, man?
Hey, Jeff Worley. How's it going, guys? Hey, I'm with the guys from Craft Show, and we're just hanging out today poolside on this beautiful day here in sunny Mobile, Alabama. I'm blessed and honored to have the guest with me. I got Jeff Worley over here. Jeff, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Jeff Worley, producer, colorist for Craft Show.
What about my man right here, Drew Hall?
I'm Drew Hall, director, DP, Craft Show guy,
Everything.
editor, whatever I am.
That's sweet. All right. Second angle. All right. So yeah, I got a few questions for you guys, if that's cool. Drew and Jeff from Craft Show. What made y'all create Craft Show?
Well, I mean, there's two answers. One, my background's originally in advertising. I started out in advertising before I went to film, and I just enjoy that work. I feel like in some ways advertising and doing this level of creative is kind of beneficial to clients more so than film. So for me personally, I can see a instant reaction, an instant case of beneficiary exchange by seeing a commercial made or a product or whatever we're doing, turning it over and seeing results. That's one side of it. The other side of it was I wanted to separate me and Jeff's film past from our commercial past. We love our film past, but Craft Show is only commercials. That's all we do is advertising, long form, anything for hire type jobs, versus Frame 29 that strictly stays inside the cinematic motion media world.
What movies have y'all done with Frame 29?
We've done 6 features where we were kind of the helm.
Yeah.
So we did one we don't talk about.
Exactly.
One called Skyhook, Phoenix Rises, Sons of Liberty, Convergence, which is my baby, and then we have one coming out pretty soon called Nigel and Oscar. I think they're changing the name though.
What is the name now? Do you know, or can you say?
They haven't told me yet.
Oh,
I just
wow.
know it's changing. And then we do Frame 29 does production services, which is where we sit down and kind of like help a movie produce a project. And so we did Get Out, that movie Get Out. We did production services on Get Out, and then we did production services on some movie in Birmingham, Office Uprising or something like that.
Cool. The rumor had it that these guys did cover music with a banjo on Nigel and Oscar. Was that true?
Yeah, there's a lot of it, yeah.
That's awesome. So
Well, actually, we had Les Claypool. Do you know who Les Claypool is?
Yeah.
From Primus. He did 3 or 4 different songs, versions of Primus songs, but he did them covered. And then he did, what's the surf one we got? Pipeline. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
Wipeout?
No, it's not Wipeout. It's a different.
But it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, we have a bunch of like
sick
cover songs. Most of the music in the movie, we tried to get all cover songs.
That's awesome. I'm excited. When's the release going to be on that again?
I don't know yet. Yeah, they don't give me that kind of info.
I understand. But it's in the hands and it's snowballing. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it'll be out soon.
It'll be in theaters too?
Probably not. We're just too indie for that.
Going to Netflix, probably, or Amazon?
We'll be somewhere in that space,
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, because I know a lot of people are really excited to see it. I'm excited. I hear a lot about it. So how can people follow you today on social media? Like after they see this YouTube or however platform they reach this interview and see us today, how can they see us?
You want to answer it? Because I've talked more.
Yeah, and we have
Jeff.
Instagram. Craft Show is our Instagram. We have our YouTube channel.
Which is spelled weird.
Yeah, how can y'all
Craft Show is spelled CRFTSHO.
And we're going to put it right here for you guys so y'all can see
So just take out the A and W.
Yep.
And save that for your root beer.
That's our corny joke.
And it's pronounced Craft Show. Like the craft, the company. And then show like a TV show. It's pretty cool.
Yep. But yeah, we're on Instagram at Craft Show. Twitter, we're at Craft Show. YouTube, we're Craft Show.
So y'all got Craft Show wrapped up.
We have it pretty wrapped up.
Just gotta learn how to spell it properly, which we'll have it right here for you guys. So, I want to get into some deeper questions, but right now, what's your guess on 4K? Is 4K the new standard on releasing any content, guys? Like, y'all are the masters at like keeping up with current like vibes. That's why I really like you guys so much, is because y'all always keep up with like the currents.
I think 4K, we go back and forth on it, but I think 4K from a delivery for YouTube, commercials, all that stuff, I'd always put that out at 4K. I don't think there's a reason to deliver films in 4K yet. Most theatrical releases are still DCI 2K.
So would you think it's best to shoot at 1080 or shoot in a high res and then render down in post?
Well, I mean, that's a
crunch
DP sensor thing. So for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I like to shoot. We can shoot. Sometimes we use a Red Dragon, which means we can shoot 6K, but it doesn't mean I'm going to
Is that the
shoot
max on
6K.
6K? Is the max you push
6K.
it?
It's the same way with the weapon. We could shoot 8K, but it doesn't always mean I'm going to shoot 8K.
Yeah, they shot Guardians at like 8K, but they said they did it for the CGI.
Well, that's
Or
so
people-
you
yeah,
overframe it, so you can tracking. But like for data reasons, I would still shoot at 4K because then a 35 mil is a 35 mil, or a 40 master is a 40 master, and I don't have to do a
Truly.
bunch of crop conversion
Yeah.
ratios and worry about that.
That
Yeah.
is true. I've put some 8K and 6K stuff when I was doing some Imagine Dragons, and as an editor, always doing 1080, and I'm just getting used to 4K. I throw it in there, and it's like,
Yeah.
and you have to just crop it. And it's a whole game of kind of like playing yo-yo. You know, you're trying to like get it perfect and match up almost. But you do have a lot more aspect. You know, like if the quality's good, you can zoom in, and you don't lose a ton of quality. I do dig it.
I reframe a lot. Jeff reframes a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I do too.
Reframe.
But I've also been on a lot of shoots that we've shot 1080p with an Alexa, and then they've upsized it to 2K for movie delivery.
I've seen that where a lot of people are upsizing to 4K. I think Red.
Well,
has
they
a
usually
half,
upsize
right?
the 2, because most movie theaters are 2K.
To buy. I'm trying to build it up so I can get a bigger battery.
You can, like we've always said, like shoot on anything you can. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's a cell
love
phone.
it.
It's all about
Yeah.
story. Like people get so obsessed with technology and
Yeah.
they're missing the most important part, which is just tell me a damn story.
I talked a friend out of buying a. I know y'all get mad, but he really didn't have the money. He's in college. He wanted to buy the Sony, the new A9.
Yeah.
He also wanted to buy the the new G. Is it G5?
GH5, yeah.
And I talked him out of it, and he bought one of these off eBay for $900, and it came with a Metabone Speed Booster, and he's in love with it. But it was
That's cool.
really hard to break that threshold.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you don't need
Yeah.
like all
Well,
this.
don't
4K.
buy an A9 if you're going to do filming.
Yeah, A9's not really for video.
Yeah, it's made
You don't
for
think so?
it's
No,
made
it's
for
a stills
still
camera.
photography.
That's what I thought.
It's made for sports photography,
Because they have a lot of
which
Sony-
is the exact same as the A7 originally.
yeah.
And then the A7S came out, and that was for film.
Is it Troy Ratcliffe, the professional photographer Ratcliffe that goes around? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's using the. He used to be I think it was a Nikon guy. Or
Yeah.
was it a Canon? No, he's a Canon guy. Wait. I don't know, he was an endorser for one of the big companies.
Yeah.
And now he's a Sony. And
That's
Sony
cool.
don't pay him. But he's in
Yeah.
love with he was in love with the A7. He's like,
Yeah.
I love this thing. I can take it anywhere. And because he gets paid to travel like Beijing and all these
Yeah.
places. And he's
Yeah,
like,
so-
I love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Dean
But-
Anderson's
but
getting
he-
ready to switch over to Sony, it looks like.
Yeah.
what
But
he
he
said.
said
He's
this
gonna
might be
test
for
it.
cinema.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Dan has a good style. Good.
Well, he needs that.
I'm here with the guys from Craft Show. I'm gonna spell it out right here so we get it proper, and I'm gonna have the link below. What's up? I got my man Drew Hall and Jeff Worley here. How y'all fellas doing today?
Good, good.
Awesome. So, have y'all done any gaffing work? Like, people want to always think that you just hop into what you do, and like, I want to know if y'all started at the bottom and now you're here.
Yep.
Yeah, I've gripped and PA'd and loaded and wrangled. Done a little bit of electric, not very much electric work.
I started out as a camera PA, very
Yeah.
first movie ever. They told me to go get a mouse. I brought a computer mouse. I got ridiculed pretty hard first AC.
Did you not know better? Was it? I was told one time that I was to get a Stinger, and I went all the way to Lowe's and was like, "What's a Stinger?" Yeah, that was probably bad.
Do you know what a mouse is?
I know.
Yeah.
Is it a Q-tap? Like, is it right?
No.
Nope.
No, I'm wrong. I would get ridiculed.
It's a marker with a
And it's a dry erase marker of
with a makeup pad wrapped around it. Looks
Yeah.
like a mouse's ear.
Sock has saved my life so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing of, I was working for a very old school union guy. I mean, he's like a big time first, and he doesn't mess around. The DP was a big name DP, and I was literally a PA. And then the first AC, the original first AC jumped, or the second AC jumped in the water. Mobile Bay got hit in the shin with a Stingray. So he left for Los Angeles, and the loader became the second AC. I didn't know how to load film, so they put me in as a camera PA, and I was basically working as a second. I just got ripped the entire time. So yeah, I worked my way up. I worked as a grip for a long time. I worked as, I've gaffed on commercial side. I've not been a gaffer on the feature side, but I don't believe that. I'm kind of old school in that I don't believe you just get a camera and suddenly you're a DP.
Yeah.
I think you need to earn your way into it and prove that what you do makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of them they don't come up camera, they come up grip and electric, and then they move out. A lot of them are really, really good lighters.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting the picture actually doesn't mean all that much if you can tell the story of lighting.
It's true.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with the guys from Crowd Show, and they are here in Mobile and have been making a good name for themselves lately, and are going to keep snowballing and do it right. And lately, they just released some videos for Jimmy Lumpkin and the Revivals. What is that? Is
Yeah.
it the Revival?
Yeah.
And what was that like, shooting with that, stepping out of the cinema comfort zone and doing that? Or did y'all apply it? Like, how did it work?
So we've done 3 videos with them, with Jimmy, for Skate Mountain Records. Skate Mountain Records is owned by 2 film producers, so they're very used to the workflow, so they're easy to deal with.
Yeah.
So like, going into it, we just approached it from just kind of, they give us kind of like, here's the narrative we want to tell, or here's the shot sequence we want, do whatever you want with it. They just kind of turn us loose. The most recent one is called The Best One, which was a really weird exercise for me and Jeff, because Jeff was out of town.
Yeah.
So I shot it. I didn't have a first, so I called a production designer to be my first AC. So we shot that bad boy, and we turned it around, and we had to color grade it, and it was really stylish. And we shot red in GH5. Actually, like, one of our videos coming up talks about it. But so Jeff wasn't there to grade it, so I took a single DPX frame and then would send that to Jeff in DC. Jeff would grade that one frame, create a LUT, send it back to me via email. And so we literally graded it because I couldn't send them all the footage.
Yeah, we
so we
piecemealed
graded
it
it
together.
Yeah, and because we like to deliver music videos in 4K, just because if they're going to be on YouTube, 4K gives you a little more competitive edge.
Yep.
So we did all that, but like the process of that's pretty wide open. I mean, the music video side is just like it's about finding a narrative or finding a construct or being in the moment and putting shots together that make sense. Or don't, if that's the style you're after. I mean, music videos are fun because we get to experiment.
Yeah, it's a very creative medium.
Especially with that client, with Skate Mountain and Jimmy Lumpkin.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy's like family for us now. We've spent so much time with him.
Love Jimmy.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so y'all work with the shoe station as well?
Yeah, that's with an agency.
Yeah.
So a lot of what Crash Show does is we interface with agencies.
Yeah.
So we provide production and kind of go that route. So there's an agency here in Mobile called Mighty, and they hired us to. They did the creative, and all we did was execute the production. So I was hired to direct. Jeff was hired to do everything Jeff does, which is a lot: produce, color, AC, everything. So we came in and we put those together. There was a small campaign, 3 spots. There's actually like really great long edits of those commercials. I wish they would let them come out one day. There's like really funny 60s.
That's
Because we got lots. I
Especially
like to
the
get lots of
shopper.
extra coverage in a commercial.
Yeah.
So even if it's a narrative commercial, I try and get alts. So we have that, and I guess that's Shoe Station.
And that was a fun one, though.
Yeah.
I know it's a full
That
day
was shot
trying to do
on
3 different things
a bunch of
at one
different
time.
formats.
Put the link down below.
Yeah, that was
Ingenue 12 to
yeah, we did a
Was it Anji?
Ingenue 3x. It was 12 to 76.
12 to 76. That's right.
CP2s, Scarlett Epic.
Osmos.
Yeah, Osmo. There's
If y'all could work with
It's an awesome camera.
any actor, who would it be?
to
I'd like-
use or to meet.
To
work
use.
with?
Yeah,
To work?
to work with.
I'd like to work with Klain again. Klain has become one of the greatest people in the world, and I love him. He's a sweet guy, and his family's amazing. So anything I can do to help him would be a dream. I had a dream for a long time of working with a guy named Michael T. Williamson, who played Bubba
Yeah.
Gump. He's been on my list like since I wanted to direct. I was obsessed with him in a TV show called Boomtown. And we got to work with him, or I got to direct him on a film called Convergence. And that's not a shameless plug. Like, truly, that was like one of the guys I've always wanted to cast.
I got to work with one of mine too.
Yeah.
So with Neil Flynn from Scrubs, the
Yeah.
janitor. He's one I always wanted to work with, and worked with him on Nigel and Oscar.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I mean, as far as bigger names, I don't know. I mean,
See, I would go
anybody,
different
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I mean, George. I don't really care. Like
What about cinematographer? Yeah.
Roger Deakins.
Deakins all day.
Yeah.
I mean, without question, Roger Deakins. That's the
Yeah.
only one I care
Deakins.
about. Maybe even Janusz Kaminski.
Yeah, Kaminsky's pretty amazing as well.
If I could bring someone back, it'd be Conrad Hall.
Oh yeah. Now, if Conrad was still alive, he would jump to the top of the list
Oh, yeah.
easily.
Awesome. What about writer? Let's get in that. There you are.
God.
Writing wise, it's kind of interesting. Probably
is.
Sorkin, just because I want to understand his process.
Top two.
Yeah.
I think Sorkin's probably one of the best writers currently. I'm a big fan of. Some people hate him, but I like Damon Lindelof.
See, I do too. I was going
Lindelof.
to say that, but he's a love-hate writer.
But I just want to understand his process.
No, I think he's got a
But
great
my number
process.
one,
I just
honestly,
don't think he can end a movie.
my number one would be it'd either be Sorkin, but Shane Black would be my jam.
Shane Black is probably the best writer out.
Shane Black's my favorite.
Soderbergh's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Take note.
Soderbergh's a great DP and a director as well.
Yeah, he's just,
That's awesome.
He's an experimental dude.
I love experimental. I'm excited for Valerian. Really
yeah, Luc
excited.
Besson.
Yeah, I think that it could be good.
I'm excited.
It's an interesting process though. He can't lose money.
No, I
It's
saw it.
already completely funded.
Did you see that?
Like,
You used
it is a completely funded movie where he already has the back end already paid for.
Yeah, it's a 10-year project.
I don't know. It's some investors that he has. I'll have to send you the
It's really
link to it.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he used a film school to like do a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
he used interns like out the wazoo.
Yeah, it's fun.
And Besson, early in his career, though, was amazing.
So I got a question for everybody: Mac or PC?
I don't actually.
That's a tough choice.
Especially right now.
Linux system.
Yeah, that colorist is gonna say
Yeah.
Linux. The colorist
yeah,
is
I'm
always
definitely
gonna
gonna
say
say
What's
Linux.
going on with that?
Linux is, for me personally, I can put as many graphics cards as I want to on a Linux-based system and run DaVinci or Baselight or Lustre or Scratch, any of the colored programs. Mac, you can only use 3 cards, and the Windows, you can only use 8.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I
but
don't.
for me, a Linux is because you can also put Windows on it and OS or Mac
I don't use
OS.
Final Cut. I don't like
Yeah.
Final Cut, so
Yeah, I don't
Mac
like
doesn't matter to me.
Are you
Yeah.
Final Cutter?
No,
I think you're Adobe, right? Adobe.
I'm
DaVinci?
Premiere and Avid
Yeah.
when it comes to
Premiere,
cutting.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And so both of those are cross-compatible. So to me, it's more a matter of whichever machine is going to let me get the most work done without restarts or
Yeah.
hang-ups. And so right now, my opinion of Mac is pretty low because I've just run through this whole thing of.
Me too.
I have
But
to.
I've cut 5 features on an iMac. So I did the raw cuts on iMacs.
Exactly.
And Jeff finished them on a Mac Pro.
Yeah.
So like, I've done the workflow both sides. It's
Yep.
just, it's whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Without
isn't right
breaking
now
your
the
bank.
Windows like really expensive too? But they're bars.
Some of them
Are
are.
they
Fine. They're
what's going on with
Windows
I think
is
you get
still
more
cheaper.
bang for your buck
Yeah,
for
you do.
Windows.
You can build a bigger, faster, stronger computer with Windows than you can with Mac. The same price.
I just think we've been drilled forever. Apple. And
I personally
now
like the
they're getting
interface of Apple way easier
slow.
than Windows. And I've worked both, but everything I deliver, especially feature film-wise, is on the Mac.
Yeah, that's a big question for everybody because I know a lot of people are trying to purchase new things and with everything becoming smaller and
Yeah.
easier to access.
Mine is really just however I can make a bigger, faster computer.
That's great. So any future plans for Craft Show? Like, what do you see your company doing in the next year? Like, do you see you expanding, or do y'all see like growth and like different factors in media?
Definitely
how do you
growth,
feel?
but
Yeah, I mean, our primary goal is to stay in business.
What's
Yeah.
your mission statement?
To stay in business.
pretty much. Small Batch Creative is our tag.
So what does that stand for? What would you say small batch creative? Like from the creators.
Well, it's simple idea.
Yeah.
So if you have whiskey, right?
Yeah.
So the most expensive whiskeys in the world are from small batches. They're
Yep.
handmade, they're artisan made. Someone took a lot of love and attention to make that whiskey, right? And then a bigger company may buy them out, but initially it was made from this small batch, grew into something magical. So for us, it's the same idea. We apply this approach of we can pull resources from anywhere you want, but we're always going to make it as if this is our own baby. Like this is our personal drive. So that small batch means that there's an artisan care and construct behind the creative. And
You
so
get
we
100%.
put everything we touch, we try and make sure that it is as refined as humanly possible, that the maximum amount of passion has been encompassed into that project. And it doesn't matter if it's for pay or for free. I mean, we do a lot of weird charity jobs, but
Yep.
not that they're weird. It's just
Nah,
weird
they're
that we don't
charity
take
jobs.
pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's more a matter of that. So small batch is about that hand curated, handcrafted sort of approach to storytelling.
That's amazing because I don't even think I've heard all those words put together, like you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's approach nowadays is like, pay me, and let's get some other people on and pay me. And then next thing you know, you're filming with your project is so darn saturated, you don't even know what you're shooting anymore.
Right.
Kind of. And you have an idea, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have an idea, but what you started out with, you have no control over it. And I think we are really taking it back to like, this is art, let's make art.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're both two very creative people.
And I'm a businessman.
Yeah, exactly. We want to make money.
I want to make money.
Yeah.
And now if I can do it doing what I love to do and see other people benefit from that, that's the entire purpose of it. Whereas I think sometimes film is a little more give me my paycheck. And that's just not. That's just,
Film kind of turned out that way for me. That's why.
it can turn into that.
It can.
Doesn't always mean it's that way, but
Oh.
I just have a different approach. So, and that's kind of our thing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's cool. Well, hey, it was a good day. Y'all enjoy the poolside. I'm gonna get running. See
Yeah.
you, Jeff.
See you,
Drew.
dude. Cheers.
Peace out.
Yeah, man.
Check these guys out. They rock.